welcome to the Nonic Nonsense Podcast, a show where the host opinions are just as convoluted as the 2020 Hairspray non-union national tour callbacks in the city. I am Kat Gold.
I am Michael Matadomini. Welcome back to the chaos. We're giggling already. It's going to be a great episode. So today we have two lovely guests. Two people who I thought were a couple in 42nd Street until I realized that was not a thing. Two people who I think are the most iconic best friends in South Florida, aside from Michael Harper and Michael Matadomini. Let's give a round of applause for Alex Blanco and Amanda Lopez.
Hey. That's what's up.
That's what's up. Welcome, guys.
Hi. It's already started off very unhinged.
A minute in.
I just had to bring up that Hairspray call. The amount of horror stories I heard about that call.
No, my friend from school. It was cast as Amber. I think that's the prissy white girl in the show, right?
Yeah.
Von Tussle, yeah. Literally, she was in school for like a day and then literally dropped out and went to Syracuse and lived her best dreams. And now she's on the tour. I'm like, great for her, but girl. Like, whoa.
So how's life been, you two? What's going on? Talk. What's up?
We just opened She Loves Me at Delray Beach Playhouse. And that has been going great. I've been living my best Ilona dreams. Mm-hmm. And I get to make out with Alex every night, every show.
I'm going to take a pause. I saw that right there and I was like, see, now if I saw this about a year ago, I would have been like, I'm correct. They're together.
I knew it.
The passion behind it, you two, was incredible.
And the funny thing is, we really thought we were children, and we really thought because we did not kiss at all during rehearsals. We waited until tech last minute.
Way into tech,
like a Tuesday. And we really thought we were going to be children and laugh
as soon as it happened.
But we were so into the tech and we were so focused that we just went
very professional.
Very professional. And now it's become more and more unhinged. It's become longer. Opening night was the longest one.
God, they kept going.
Because people were cheering and hollering for us. So we just
give them what they want.
Yeah.
It was in the clear, so you could make it as crazy.
It's the button of my solo in Act 1, so it's like shit.
It's supposed to be there because the whole song is this tension building up, me not wanting to give in and then finally giving in, and so it's just it's hot. It's hot.
Yeah, it was hot and steamy, and I was front row, and I felt like I was a part of it. I was like, oh God, here it is.
Come in, we'll be a cute little throuple. It'll be great.
Right? Holy shit.
Matadomini just opens the door and it's like, I'm here.
Yeah, if the door doesn't get stuck. It's a tradition.
Wait, tell that one. Tell why did the door get stuck?
Fast forward, Act 2. Another grand solo. I have my diva moment where I'm the douchebag of the show. Love it. I love it. It's such a fun time. And I'm horrible to everyone. This one especially, Amanda especially. I grab her whole ass cheek in the number. It's like well, I'm horrible. And then I leave in grand exit as you do, and then slam the door of the perfumery
as you do
on the button of the song, drama. The very next number is this huge chaotic number with the entire ensemble just running around. It's close to Christmas time. All the people are buying gifts for their significant others.
And it all relies on me opening and closing the door.
Amanda is the greeter for all the patrons.
I'm the Walmart greeter.
Yes. And the start of the number, not the
phone, not on silent. Where's the theater etiquette?
I'm professional.
Did everyone get the time to be real notification?
Yep. It was Be Real.
I'll get on Be Real right now. We take the time out of this podcast.
So it's time to come together for the final, this is the big ensemble number. Everyone's rushing around with all their gifts. And Amanda's getting ready to open the door. The ensemble's coming in. Door is jammed.
Literally jammed. When I tell you that I gladiatored that door because I could not, I was determined because everyone could have walked around to the side and I was like, hell to the no, I'm opening this damn door. And it's just, you hear the ensemble singing off stage. They're supposed to be on stage at this point buying presents. And I'm just like, 12 days to Christmas, 12 days to Christmas. Finally got it.
The funniest thing was sitting, house right, and then I had a perfect view of the wing and everyone like waiting to come on in. And when they were like 12's date to Christmas, 12's day, you could see like everyone like peeking their head to the side trying to see what's happening. And Desir's on the other side of the door like,
God bless him.
No, that's the funny thing. Desir's the first one to come in, and Desir said, I thought the door was going to open, so I crashed into it.
Oh my God.
Was when I tried to open it the first time, I just hear and I feel on the other side a thunk. And I thought it was Desir helping me like open it, and it was just that he crashed.
Him.
He crashed into it.
He ran straight into the door and then made the choice to get up and run around. So he was the only one that walked through the invisible wall. But as soon as he bashed into it, the door opened. So he ran around, and then everyone else ran in after him. And I was like, I already adore this number. I was like, this was.
And I just after the number, I hear all the horror stories being like, "Hey, do you slam that door?" I'm like, "Yeah, why?" They're like, "Yeah, I think you may have slammed it a little too hard." I'm like, "That may have been my bad."
And it was grand. The
so
exit
classic.
was grand. The slamming was beautiful. It just messed up the door.
And after today's matinee, I'm like, "Oh, die!" On the button, I'm like, "And gingerly close."
And then for extra measure, I like opened it again. I was like, okay,
just checking.
He's gone. He's gone.
He's good. You can continue.
Oh my God. Doors in theater. I don't understand. Like, I understand the purpose of them, but Jesus Christ, I don't think there's ever been like a smooth like door transition in any show. I remember in college we had one of these doors in our black box. The amount of people that had their hands smashed in that door during performances. When I did Lacage, we had this like, because Jacqueline's supposed to come in and like there's supposed to be like a bunch of photographers and stuff. Sometimes the door wouldn't open. Sometimes the flash bulbs would start going off before the door even opened. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, why do we have to have a door?
My brother actually did a scene from A Play Goes Wrong for his senior showcase at Dreyfus. And, of course, everything's going wrong in the scene. Things are breaking, things are flying, people are missing their entrances, the sound cues are late. It's the normal shit. But my brother, I saw it both nights because the scene was so funny the first night that I was like, I want to go back and see the scene again. So I'm sitting in the audience in night 2. And night 1, the bit is like the door won't open, so they all run around. And my brother tries to open the door, and he finally gets it open to the point where it opens and smacks someone else in the face. But my brother for night 2, and we're going to add the clip in here because I have it and it's fucking hilarious. He tries to open the door, but he runs into it with such gusto that the door piece actually falls and whacks the kid in the head. So the whole door fell on him.
Oh,
and then they played it off in the scene like that was supposed to happen. And it was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life, because watching all the actors break on stage, like actually break because this dude got whacked with a whole door piece, was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. So
I feel like if there's a play for that sort of thing to happen and go off without a single person in the audience noticing, it would be
100%.
Or like noises off.
Noises, honestly, I was going to say noises off, even though noises off is very specific in all of its movements, but it could still work if something were to go wrong.
Oh, I was peeing. I literally, I think I tinkled a little bit. It was that funny. And it was bad.
Just set pieces in general.
Oh, we have our love with set pieces. You've heard the stories. You've listened to the pod.
Remember the fire pole that we went down for what was it, Pippi?
Yes.
Pippi Longstocking.
This was a children's
What?
Tell that story.
Oh, well, then I have to tell the other story about about pulling off a wig of a poor girl.
This was all the same show.
Same show.
Oh my God.
It's a great segue. Amanda and I
we're going to enter the land of children's theater now.
Okay. Amanda and I met doing children's theater at a theater in Coral Gables, an Actors Playhouse, 12 years ago.
Yeah, like 12 years ago.
And we've done God knows how many shows here. Amanda's probably doubled whatever number I have in shows there. But we did a show, Pippi Longstocking, for kids. It's all the public domain stuff. It's like, okay, that they recycle every like 6 or 7 years, like they do. You got to make that money, got to teach the children. Yeah. And we were doing. There's a point in the show where Pippi has, because she's an orphan. Is that what she is? I don't know. She doesn't have parents.
She's got a dad. A dad's a pirate or something, Cannibal King or whatever.
Yeah, she
and
has
like
no mom. Yeah, her mom passed away, but her dad is a captain or something somewhere.
But the child's just running around.
Of course, like you do.
Yes, you do.
And there's like this dream sequence in the show where she dances with her parents, and Amanda and I played her parents, and it's a whole ballet sequence, and we're all dressed in white. And it's lovely, and it's cool, and the set was very cool. Honestly, for the children's theater, you expect like bare bones, like just like wood flats.
No, but it was a 2-story house.
It was like a whole 2-story house, and there was a literal fire pole from the top floor that goes down to the bottom floor that Amanda and I had to get very comfortable with.
We had to fireman down.
And y'all know Pippi with the classic pigtails that go from like her freaking wingspan.
Yeah.
And the actress that was playing the dream Pippi, because it was a different person altogether, doing the dream sequence, had in order for her wig to have that, she had wire in her hair to keep the pigtails up. And here I am being her pirate dad, apparently. And I'm waltzing with her, we're dancing, we're having the gayest old time, and my gorgeous poofy pirate sleeves catch on the wire of her pigtail. And I am petrified because I have to leave the stage in like a couple measures. And here Amanda is, we're all dancing, we're all three, and I'm like, y'all cover me. I gotta get this freaking wire off my sleeve. And I gotta torture the hell out of here, stage right.
And I didn't know what was going on, but
poor Amanda's oblivious.
I'm so oblivious.
And I'm like, I do a big old yank, and I'm like, awesome, I got it. I do my grand tourjete. I drag the poor girl off stage. I give her whiplash. I don't know how.
No, it was you gave her whiplash because he went and he tourjetaed off. And when I tell you that girl's neck almost cracked in half because that wig went through, and you just see her hold her bald head on stage, like this, and she stood front. And I wish you could see my dumb ass because I was dancing ballet, and I just look over and the Pikachu meme, I just went.
Just all alone on stage.
And he left because he's supposed to leave. She's supposed to stay on stage with me because it's supposed to be like her parents are leaving and she's alone. But she went running off for her wig, and I was left alone. So my ass just started balleting, and I was like, I guess it's a solo. And I started doing God knows what. I don't remember. I blacked out after that. And then she came back with the wig because she finally got it back on.
No, she didn't.
No, did she?
No, her hair just happened to be in pigtails, so it looked like all the life in her hair died.
So she took off the wig cap?
No, I took her wig. I literally snatched her wig off.
She didn't wear a wig cap. She just had her. I forgot about that. She had her own.
I'm sorry, we're too unhinged for this.
No. This is the perfect level of unhinged for this show.
I'm getting the flashbacks. I remember, yes, it was her hair. I thought it was her bald head.
No, because I remember vividly going to our costume person who happened to be in the show, and she was in our dressing room. She would just chill, and I came with the poor wig and the wire that had now just like completely like just been completely straight, and the tuft of hair at the end that was her wig, just being like, Cindy.
Oh my god!
I think you need to redo this wig.
But the way her neck cracked when it came off, it was like I think it's like what drag queens do when they like pop off their weave, but oh my god,
death drop.
But like death drop, but just
if it makes you feel any better, I will insert the clip on the final day of Disenchanted final show. It's recorded during All I Want to Do Is Eat. I've just ripped off Rapunzel, right? And I get back into Mulan and like run on stage to do that. I started twerking so hard that my wig started to fly. I have like a 6 head now, and then I just like, as soon as it shifts to like Ariel, I just kind of like shove it back. It was so top heavy, and just like hope that it would stay long enough for me to do the bit with Cinderella and leave and like take it off, redo all my wig prep, because the twerking just went think.
I had this moment as Danny Zuko too over the summer, because I didn't bobby pin in my wig, because there's nothing to fucking bobby pin that shit into. So I was like,
I'm sorry, I'm so pissed that I missed that show. I'm so pissed.
It was fun. It was a good.
I needed to see the two of you pop off.
It was iconic.
I know.
Did you see the video of it?
I saw the video, but that doesn't do it justice. I need to see it live.
It doesn't. Yeah, and the archival. God bless whoever plugged it into the soundboard and got all the hot mics and all the ad libs. I'll dive into that in a second. But it was the drive-in scene with me and Sandy, and in order to like have Danny get all handsy for her to like run off, I had to bend her back over the car and then make out, and then she gets pissed and runs. But her hand, like when she was getting all frisky, accidentally clipped the side of my wig. So my wig went from forward to the side. So my sideburns were like over my left eye. And I was like, I can't turn around like this. Like, I was sitting there, I was like, there's no fucking way. It'll break the illusion. So she was like, get off of me. And I was like, what are you talking about? And like, I did this like movement to where it looked like I was just like, pushing my hair back to the side, and it moved the wig back into place. But the thing is, it got worse because she gets up, gets out of the car, and then slams the door. And when she slams the door on my dick, I like overreacted to the point where the wig went forward. So I was like, fuck me. so it moved to the side, and then I moved it back all slick, and then it went forward. And then I was like, this is 2 times the charm. I was like, fuck this, right? So she's like, I'm gone. And I was like, Sandy, where are you going? Like I did this whole 2 slick moves to get that fucking thing back on my head. And then after that, I was like, I don't care if I don't have hair to pin this shit into. We're sticking it into my head. I don't care. I don't want that ever happening again. Super glue it. Yes. Terrible.
I'm just very fortunate that I have never had to wear a wig more than I think twice. I will have to wear one soon for Little Mermaid. Those pictures and that ponytail.
Oh my goodness. I live for the wigs, but yeah, no. I'm low-key terrified about Disenchanted again, because the more wild we get, those wigs are heavy. Those princess wigs, Rapunzel, especially me having to like lean forward, and like it has like the giant tits made out of hair at the top. I just feel like I'm like, every time I'm like, dear God, I'm like putting all of my trust into those toupee clips holding it. Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
But y'all look good in that show. I will say
it was a fire show.
Looked great.
No, that show was so much fun. Like I loved it so much.
Like Disenchanted, everyone comes to you when it comes back in January, even though this podcast is going to be out.
It'll be after.
You're stupid if you didn't go.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So just to kind of like get us back on track, because we try to have some sort of formula of how this show works, even though we usually just riff and start talking about everyone's nonsense. So exactly how did y'all get into the arts? Like, what was your journey into getting into the arts?
For me, it was a little bit later. It was like 5th grade. I had done like a Hispanic heritage thing at my elementary school, and we had a brand new drama teacher that just joined, and she reached out to me after because my 5th grade teacher, she had cast me as like J-Lo, and I was doing like singing a J-Lo song and all that stuff. I was like in a full outfit. My mom popped off with that outfit. And like the school saw me, everybody was like loved it, and she saw it, and then she reached out to me when I went to visit her class, and she's like, we're starting a drama club here, like you should really audition, you should really try out for the drama club. And I was like, okay, like I was like singing or whatever, but I was like, I didn't think like I would commit to something like that. So then I did it, and I got my I don't know if I can say that. This is like a cancelable story.
Don't worry. By the time this one comes out, we've had some cancelable stories. We've got some bad ones.
Elementary school, it was a different
Listen,
time.
we can forgive it. It's elementary school. This was early 2000s.
Oh no, we have stories from like the last 5 years. Like,
Okay.
We're good.
So you can keep it and not keep it in, whatever you want. But essentially, I joined. I told my mom. She said yes, as long as I kept my grades up. That whole thing, and I joined, and I got cast as a lead role in the first production they ever did at my elementary school. The show is called Follow the North Star, and I played a little girl during slavery.
I'm sorry.
I have
We're
never
gonna
heard
have
this story.
I'm writing my notes.
And that is the most unhinged story I could ever tell anybody. But yes, I was.
You have never told me that.
Yes. This is a thing that happened.
This is definitely gonna get.
Then you can just bleep it and then have everyone's reactions to what she just said. I think that's how it's gotta go.
Who was escaping slavery. And I did with my family, and we met up with a white family, not me. And she fell in love with a white boy.
Oh, good for
And it was good. She had some nice songs and some good scenes. And then my second show, maybe more appropriately, I did Fiddler. So I don't know if that's more appropriate. And I was Zeidel.
It's better.
But it's,
for 2.
You know, and Follow the North Star. The fact that I remember the title of the show too.
I know what I'm watching later.
I told one of my Young Frankenstein castmates that. I was like, oh, it was called Follow the North Star. She was like, is that about Christmas? I was like, oh girl, no. It has nothing to do with the baby Jesus or Christmas.
Oh my God.
I was yeah.
Michael later tonight searching all the public domain forums. North Star.
I actually haven't even looked that show up since I did it in the 5th grade. So I think it's worth looking up.
The thing is, it's not your. You were a child.
I was 10.
This is on all the adults that went. This is fine. This is totally acceptable.
This is totally fine.
Surely nothing.
What?
You looked at Mandy and went, close enough. I mean, is this necessary? It's necessary for the script? It is? All right, give it to Lopez. Give it to her.
Just close enough. Hispanic? That's fine. That's close enough.
That's literally what, when people find out that I'm Filipino, they're like, close enough. Every time I'm like,
I'm sure I have some ancestry, something that I think
we all trace back there eventually.
We all trace back. God. Yes. So that's how little Amanda got into the art.
Oh my God, there's so many bleeps that are going to have to happen in here, Kat. I'm so excited for this fucking episode to come out. Holy shit.
Have fun editing.
Editing nightmare, but I live for it.
Alex, how did you get into the arts?
Not as
chaotic?
censorable. No.
Not as censorable. Cool.
No, I started in well, it took me a hot minute. I didn't start till like way into middle school. God bless my father trying to get me into all the sports. I failed him so poorly. He got me in Little League. He got me in like flag football. I stuck with karate for a hot minute. I was almost a black belt. And then I decided, Dad, no, I want to sing show tunes. And I can just feel the sigh. Just being like, all right, if it makes you happy. Like, okay. But yeah, no, I did like guitar when I was younger. I found out I could sing. I did violin, but no, I didn't think anything of it. And it wasn't until like 7th grade that like my best friend at the time, who actually still does theater, and Amanda actually just did a show with him. So, shout out Sergio, what's up?
Sergio.
Yeah, we were in middle school. It was 7th grade. He knew I could sing, and there was the talent show coming up, and it was like, hey, what? He's like, Alex, you can sing. It's like, why don't you do the talent show? Let's sing together. I'm like, Sergio, you can't sing. At least at the time you couldn't. He's a fantastic singer now. I had no chill. But he's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, we can do a song. It's like, yeah, but you can't sing. He's like, I'll play guitar. I'm like, Sergio, you can't play guitar. He's like, I'll learn. I'm like, no. Motherfucker signs us up anyways. I'm like, dude. I'm like, okay. So yeah, long story short, we do the talent show. I sing basically the only song on the radio that poor little soprano Alex could muster, which was Hey Soul Sister by Train.
Iconic.
God, that man has no testicles. That man sings to the stratosphere.
Yep.
Perfect for poor little prepubescent boys. It's great. And long story short, we won. Whoa, a whole $50.
Hell yeah.
And then the drama teacher comes to us and she's like, "Hey, you know what? We've got this musical coming up in the spring, and you two seem like such characters. Why don't you come on it?" And we're like, sure, why not? And we did public domain, like fairy tale, like marriage counseling show. It was so
what?
Really, what are these fucking shows they're having you guys do?
I was the Frog Prince. And it was basically like telling all the fairy tales after they had their like happily ever after and how like disappointed they were in how things turned out. And I was the Frog Prince. I had to wear these like weird like freaking like scaly sleeves, and I didn't come out till the end of the number. There's a whole clip of that of me singing it. It's so embarrassing, and I'm so
if you got a photo, we'll insert it right now.
Oh, I've got a whole video.
Oh, he's got a whole video.
I got a whole video.
Oh,
it haunts me every year on Facebook when it says, "Hey, she's back." Just rears her ugly head back. I'm like, no, boy.
I think your mom reposts.
Oh no, she reposts it every year.
Yeah.
Without fail.
Mom, if
Stop
any of my
writing that
friends-
down. Stop writing that down.
What are you
Don't
talking
you
about?
put that notepad down.
Alex Frog video.
Oh,
so
yeah,
so we met during 42nd Street.
Yeah,
which
did.
feels like an eternity ago, but it was literally
this year.
like not even a year ago.
Not even a year. And it's crazy that, you know, by the time we'll be doing Dolly, and Dolly feels so far away that like that was when we were doing 42nd Street. So we're in that kind of purgatory middle area as to like, oh yeah, we did that show. It feels so long ago, yet it wasn't.
Yeah.
But that one, we had so much fun. We had just a grand old time. I mean, from the audience enjoying accidental nudity to you know, just spots and numbers being accidentally fucked up and shin splints galore.
Oh, jeez.
We pulled through that show. So let's talk real quick about some nonsense from that one, because we had a grand old time. And I'm gonna start, you know, because I already told the story about me ripping my pants and my whole ass falling out during tech.
Yep.
But Miss Amanda was my partner for We're in the Money. And one night, you know, we're coming out, and that quick change, God bless you, was so fast to the point where I thought it was impossible to do it. But you guys figured out whatever pattern to get on. But you know, all the boys are waiting, and we're there. And we're all like, "Look good, look good."
We're all fixing
good.
our bow ties.
Yep.
Just like, oh, you're good, you're good, you're good. Meanwhile, the girls are just like, what's the Nicki Minaj meme?
Madeline screaming for help.
Someone help me, please.
Help me, please. But Mandy goes out, and her back zipper breaks, right? And I'm behind her the whole time while she's on the dime at the start of the number, and the boys are peeking out, you know, left and right, and I see on the first, you know, side to side that her zipper's down in the back. So me just trying to fix it real quick, I go to the side on the left and I zip up, and I go to the side of the right and I try to zip it again, and I go to the left. I'm zipping up her dress the entire number in the beginning, and it just does not work. So I'm like, all right, best of luck to her, right? And I pick
Godspeed, Lopez. Godspeed.
Godspeed, Mandy. So I grab my dime and I run back, and then all the boys trail off. And the girls are doing their whole bit where they have their hands up in the air and they're just tapping, but like things start to happen for Mandy. And I'm gonna let Mandy take it from here.
Take it away.
All right. Well, let me start by saying that for some reason the dress never fully like correctly fit me, because they were tour outfits, and the girls before us, you know, they were skinny.
Those outfits fit no one.
Preface, these were the national tour costumes.
Yes, these were the national tour costumes, beautiful costumes, but some very, very skinny, beautiful women wore them. And I think probably some short women wore them too, because the torso did not match up. And so I'm a bit longer, and I was heavier in that time.
She's a skinny queen now.
And now it's different, but they never fit correctly torso wise, because it was either always the top half was always too low because boobies, and then the bottom part was always way too short, and you could always see my ass cheeks out. So it was disproportioned always, but I lived my best life with my disproportionedness of it all. But I loved them. They were beautiful costumes. But always, even before the whole zipper thing happened, I would always have a titty pop out, because I also didn't I didn't have a bra, because it was a kind of dress where bra straps could be seen, and I didn't have time with other costumes, and we had a lot of costumes to go in and out of, so I was like, pasties is the way to go, and there's some support there for the girls, so let's just go for it. And so I think, was it the day of the zipper of
yes it was.
So I guess it was the day of
they all blend together.
They all blend together, because the thing is, pretty much every other show, it was always the left titty was always hanging out while the right stayed very humbly in the in the casa. The left titty was always out to play. she wanted to tap, and I understood her. I let her do her thing. But in one of those moments, the left titty was out, as she does, and she was just flopping in the breeze. And with the pasty, you can kind of get away with it. But one day, the pasty said, "I give up." So the pasty landed on the stage, and you just see a titty flapping up and down outside of my dress as we're and I didn't feel it at all, because at that point I was kind of I was oblivious. I was like, the titty's out, that's normal. But apparently once we finished the number and we all run off stage, it's when I looked down and I was like, is that a pasty?
The best part,
pasty?
Blanco and I were in the wings watching Mandy go at it, and I look over and I see this pasty nipple down on the floor, and I look at Blanco, I go, is that a titty?
That was the iconic 42nd Street line. It was like, is that a titty?
Is that a titty?
It was so good. And I would always, because Amanda was the farthest woman stage left, and all the guys were stage left, and she would request that every day I would hype her during that number. So I would just be on the wings. I'm like, yes, bitch, you better work. Come on, you better paradiddle. Come on now. I remember the day the pasty fell. I'm like, come on, And there's a point for 42nd Street lovers. There's at the very end, the whole ensemble goes into these kicks. This whole
23 of them, right?
23.
Yes,
23 kicks. We're alternating kicks and just big hands, super jazzy, super love it. And I circle Amanda every time right before those kicks start. And I'll say little somethings. I'm like, come on, bitch, let's go.
Let's go.
I'm let's kick. I remember that day. I'm like, girl, you better hold on tight. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
And I think all of this is how oblivious I am. I don't know why I have really stupid moments on stage. This is all still not
completely unaware.
Not unaware that a titty is still hanging and flopping as we're still moving up and down. I also would never feel Kimmy, our wonderful stage manager, she would
love you, Kimmy.
Love you, Kimmy.
Shout
she would
out,
always also, because we would then later on in the show go on to Shuffle Off to Buffalo, which is girls in little nighties and little lingerie outfits in a train cart. And so I wouldn't wear the dance shorts that we had to wear, because it was, again, so much changing and in and out, and I was just lazy and tired. And I was and so I just wouldn't wear them so that I could wear the little thong thing for the lingerie. But I kind of needed it for money, because again, disproportion with the torso and the titties out and all the ass cheeks out. So while the titty was out, it was also my two cheeks. The cheeks are here and the skirt is very just well above it. So it was butt and boobs, and it was like.
So all we were missing was the right tit.
Yeah.
Listen, the right tit. She knew her place in life. She knew where she needed to stay there.
Good for her. She knew the blocking.
Mandy,
She had her equity card. She stayed inside.
She was insured. She was insured.
The left titty was non-egg, and she said, "I gotta get those points. once I'm equity, I'll go back inside the dress."
Oh my God. That reminds me, Kat, of my favorite intro where the points don't matter. Where the equity points do not matter.
And that is the titty story. And Patrick, our wonderful Julian Marsh, he gave me the official title of the 42nd Street stripper, or prostitute, one of those, because I was just always naked. Like I was never dressed. I was never fully dressed without a smile. So
I shared a space with Alex Dow. Because we wanted like this special little area so I could just run out and change instead of going into those little like cubby areas because like I'm good. And one night I was changing and it was one of those quick changes. I forgot which one it was. Maybe it was like dames into whatever. And my dick fell out through my underwear. So my dick was out, but then her pasties fell off at the same time. We just looked at each other with our parts out and just went, yeah. and then we just continued on like nothing fucking happened and we never brought it up again, but it was just this silent agreement of you fucked up, I fucked up, happy 42nd Street, get on stage.
God, those costumes were oh my God.
Listen.
I have never in a show had to show up 2 hours before call to preset like 6 costumes for Act 1 alone. Act 1. Oh my God.
Well,
absolutely not.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. We don't have to prep things like we did in 42nd. Before She Loves Me, we kind of get there 2 hours before.
Close.
But I think it's because we're playing leads and we're kind of like getting into the groove of it. We also do have to check like our props and make sure everything is, because
it's a prop heavy
She Loves
show.
Me is a gorgeous show, is a beautiful show. We're having the time of our lives, but it is a prop heavy show. She is prop heavy, like, and she is set. Like she is set heavy.
The set is gorgeous.
The set is gorgeous though.
Yeah.
Set and
and those set changes. Okay, guys. I was like, yes, under 20 seconds. We killed it.
Counters are the bane of my existence.
In the words of the iconic Michael Ursula, it's the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade floats. and we're here for them. We are here for them. It started with Grease and it went all the way to She Loves Me.
I have to tell a story about Mandy real quick.
Go. Please.
We had our tech day and it was like an 11 to 11 day, but like it was supposed to be like 10 to 10, but we had to get an extra hour in there because we weren't even like close to getting the show teched.
No.
So it's like 11 o'clock and Mandy has to take a hike. Both of you have to take a hike to get back home, right? And Mandy is up on the beauty school dropout stairs and she's fading fast, right? And Zuko's not in that number, so I'm sitting next to Ursula and we're both like, look at Amanda. look, Mandy's falling asleep, right? And then Michael was like, watch this. And then he started playing Go to Sleep on the piano. and then Mandy would like wake up and go, huh? Right? And then also shout out to Trenton Hazelton, because that boy, when he gets shoved in the locker in Act 1, he gets thrown in there as Eugene. And then it's like he's brand new to theater. Like he's experiencing and he has, the bug and it's great. And when Suzanne called hold, it happened as soon as they shoved him in the locker. And I'm sitting with Ursula and we're chilling out and like 20 minutes go by and we're just like, all right, we're going to be coming up on this soon. And he looks over at me, he goes, is that kid still in the locker? And as soon as he said that, like fucking clockwork, Trenton sticks his head out of the locker and was like, hey, are we moving on anytime soon? I fucking lost my mind. I almost fell over.
Determination. Yeah. The commitment to the craft.
But the comedic timing of it all.
Are we moving on anytime soon? Like it wasn't like he was pissed or like anything. Like he was just like, hey guys, I'm just letting you know I'm still in here.
Oh my God.
So
Poor
fucking
kid.
funny. I
Legend has it,
love
he's
him.
still in the locker.
And then Mandy almost killed me before I almost died of my heart issues in that show. Do you remember what you did?
Y'all did so many tricks at the gym scene, bro.
Oh, we did.
I went
But
crazy.
do you remember the one trick that almost killed me, Miss Mandy?
I think I do.
We're in dance rehearsal, and you and I are going at it. And there's this one part where you shove me down on my knees and you do a fan kick over my head.
Oh god.
Oh Jesus. Yep.
And girly, I prep. I'm sticking my head as far as I can down, just in case. And I trust Mandy with my whole heart. I was like, this girl's not going to kick me in my face. We'll be okay. And Mandy comes, she throws me down and I put my head down and I prep. And this girl goes for the lowest fan kick that she possibly could have done that day. And she clocked me so hard in the side of my head that my hat went flying. Like, it wasn't even like, a little love tap. It was like a full-blown
roundhouse kick.
No, it was I think it was the first time we ever did it. I was so stupid. I lost my balance and I kicked your head, lost my balance again, rolled on the floor, and then went crawling back to you. And I said, I'm so sorry.
And our choreographer was like, we hired who to do this? This is our Zuko and Cha-Cha? Like, Zuko's got 2 left feet and Cha-Cha's kicking him in the head. I'm like, oh, this is fucked.
It's a hot ass mess. It was only that day though. It
Only
never
that
happened
day.
again.
Yep. And we would always practice that lift and the throw between the legs before every show. Would your wig come flying off sometimes during those things? Yes.
Wait, can you please insert the clip of when we were practicing the roll around and I didn't have my wig pinned yet and the wig just went plop on the ground.
Oh no, my weave.
Everyone gets a video this episode.
Everyone's getting a video. Tune into the YouTube because this is some good shit.
Oh,
That's what season 2 is going to be. It's going to be a visual podcast because
don't worry. Once I get down there, we have big plans.
Okay, so getting back on track because this got way too feisty. So both of you, what are your dream roles in theater?
You can go first.
Oh god. Okay. Oh man. Poor little theater Alex. When he started theater, knew like 3 shows. Hairspray, Wicked, and Les Mis. And you know what? Poor little 25-year-old Alex still dreams to be Jean Valjean one day.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like nowadays, I feel like I would be a comfortable Marius. I would love that, but I gotta scratch that itch one day.
The Jean Valjeans.
The Jean Valjean itch, because oh man, bring him home. Sometimes always she circles back every once in a while. Give me a freaking ballad. I'm all over that crap. Oh.
We love a good ballad. Yes.
We do. He sounds beautiful in it.
Thanks.
Voice of Butter, Alex Blanco, the voice of butter.
That's his nickname.
Coming from you.
Yes,
shut up.
Oh please.
Listen, voice like every other Tuesday.
The moment where we get to sing a duet is the moment where I could die peacefully. That'll be it right there.
I'm okay with that.
Let's get that done.
I'm okay with that. I can die happy.
That's where
hell yes.
Implode.
Mandy, what about you?
Not you, Fairy.
You know what? I was talking to Liz, shout out to Liz Jan from Greece. We were talking about this and I kind of agree with her. Like I do tend to fall in love with like the roles I've like currently played. So Ilona's a big dream role and I feel so grateful that I get to play her. God bless Ursula and Jorth. They are mom and dad to me. I love them so much. But Ilona, I haven't got to play her, but like I understudied and I went on Elizabeth and Young Frankenstein was so much fun.
Killed.
I saw that clip. That was awesome.
You get a clip now.
I get Dear God.
Get a clip.
It just because we already were talking so much about titties. Well, I'll just put it in the tits.
It's perfect. Yes. But that would be a part that I would love to like go back and actually like play it instead of just understudying her, because she's so much fun. I really love like Unhinged, like, you know, like a little silly, a little kooky like characters. But yeah, I tend to really fall in love with like whatever I'm playing currently at the moment. Currently, a role that, just because I'm on a Jane Krakowski kick, and that is also my mother. I would love to one day. And I know that you've done this show, Kat, and I
9.
I would love to do 9, and I would love to be Carla.
Yeah.
I know you are Sarangina, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's the one that got me the silver palm and the carbonel nom, which was very nice, because that was like my second professional show ever. But
who has like the best song?
Honestly,
Be Italian is the best freaking song. Not like all of them are bops, but Be Italian pops off.
I'm not gonna lie, the overture was my favorite to do. That whole overture with just the female voices used to be my favorite thing. But yeah, no, Be Italian is definitely a bop. Do you know what the best part about me doing that show was? We didn't block that fucking number until 6 days before we opened.
God bless.
The money number wasn't blocked until 6 days before, and like they had taught a portion of it to everyone, or I think in the first week, a very small portion of it, which was like the tiniest portion that was repetitive that everyone got to do at the end. But like the whole solo, even like the blocking for the number, I did not get that until like right before we went into tech, basically, because they had to plug in the kids. So they were like, we're gonna wait until like we have the kids there to like do it. But it was just such a, oh my God, I still wince at the bruises that I like got during that show. Like I can't touch the tambourine, my final tambourine. I have it in storage because it's just like that I almost used it for Hedwig because we weren't sure if I was going to be playing an instrument the whole show. So we had the tambourine for the numbers that I wasn't playing guitar on. And like I couldn't touch the tambourine. I was like, it's got some cursed energy on it from that show. I want to do it again, but because it's a such a beautiful show that like not a ton of people do. But like, yeah, that
like nobody does it. But I wish people would do it more here.
Wait, can I do a cute thing? And can we each say a dream role that we have for the other person?
I was about to ask that question to have you do that. Oh, the synergy.
On the same wavelength. I'm ready because if this woman right here, this gem of a human being, does not play Anita in West Side Story at some point next century, I will sue Actors Equity because is perfection for it.
Oh, dear God.
She's so fucking good. She's the right age for it. She can twirl like no one else. I need to see you do that at some point.
Okay, manifesting.
100%.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Wait,
what do I look as? What do I look like?
You could literally play anything and anybody.
That's the cheap answer.
No. I'm still gonna give you an answer. I'm just saying, like.
But what do you want to see?
Oh. You're gonna have to give me time because we were talking about West Side, and then I told him, he was like, I could be a Bernardo, I could be a Chino, and then my dumb ass was like, what do you mean? You could be Tony, and he's like, I'm not white. I was like, oh, that's right.
With these brows, no.
I was like, sorry, I forgot about that whole part. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, never mind.
No. After seeing you play the villain in She Loves Me, I would love to see you play Cinderella's prince / the wolf in Into the Woods.
Okay, I'd be down for that.
Yeah,
I would 100% sit front row 16 fucking times to see that shit done, because you would knock that shit out of the park.
Am I just following Gavin Creel now? Is he my
now? I forgot he did that.
Follow Gavin Creel. I'll follow Jane, and that's it. Our careers are made.
This is the way.
Jimmy's next. Thoroughly Modern Millie. Get that done.
Okay, sure. I got my quotas ready. I'm like, cool.
You know what? I think I do have a lead role that I would want you to play.
Go for it.
Just because I know you would sing the shit out of it and you would act the shit out of it, and I think it would it would just be so. What's happening?
Discord, no,
not the Discord. But I think it would also be challenging, like to get all that physicality and like all that stuff. I would actually really love for you to be Quasimodo. Wouldn't he sing the crap out of Out There?
Yes, and Made of Stone.
Made of that's my here. See, that is a dream show that I would love to. I'll probably never get to, maybe one day. Maybe I would love to play Esmeralda, but I would just love to have anything to do with that show because that show is so beautiful.
Fair, you know me so well.
I love you, but the music in that show is so beautiful. I feel like it's a blessing to be a part of that show because my God. What a score. Damn. I love it.
Damn. Yeah. Add that to the list.
Yes. So Quasimodo, because you would eat.
I would love to do that show.
Yes.
All right. So both of you go ahead for us. Dream roles.
Fuck. Oh God.
Who are you going to take? Are we going to take both of them? Like we give one to each one?
Sure.
Oh, the pressure. I just need to see Michael as some sort of crooner.
Something. A crooner.
Something. No, because your voice is butter. Literally like, in the cute little solo you had in 42nd Street, I was like, who is this man? And why is he in the ensemble?
Yeah, why was I in the ensemble? That's the real question.
No, stop.
Get me out of the back. Please. Slow it down for the
people
in the
wing time stepping and hoofing it like the rest of us.
Wait, and this can I interject this just because it has nothing to do with this, but I feel like I have to get it off my chest. Can I just say that the first time I met you, which was when you were sick, and it was 42nd Street rehearsal, I thought you were so weird. I was like, who is this person? Why is he is he in the show? I was like, what? I was like,
he's just watching for fun, you know.
Just like, lurking in the corner.
So you were weird when I first.
Smooth.
I feel like I've never been honest of like, you know, people are like, what was your first impression of me? And people aren't honest. I feel like that's the most honest because I already felt from the very first day. I just felt like, you know, like weird because thankfully I knew Alex, but I didn't know anybody else. And it was like my first time like doing something professional, like outside of the last place I had worked. And you know, everything was just so intimidating. That's how I felt. I felt very intimidated and I didn't know a single person. I was like, oh my God, all these people, they're professional and they're and I feel like a kid. And so like I clung to like Alex's side. And so, you know, and then as we went into rehearsals, like then we started getting comfortable and everyone knowing each other. But Michael was very like mentally MIA, but physically present for rehearsals. But I just kept looking over to the corner and I was like, I think he's in the cast. Like, but he hasn't done anything and he's got a mask on. And I was like, who is he? I was like, what is going on? But then once that passed and then, you know, then like once we started chilling and talking and all that stuff, then I was like, I love Mater D.
That fucking weirdo in the corner.
That was my first impression, the weirdo in the corner with the mask on. I was like, okay, all right.
Fuck yeah, that's so funny.
It's better than Michael's first impression of me when he was like terrified. Every single person in this community tells me, they're like, Kat, when I first met you, I thought you were the biggest fucking bitch. And I'm like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm feeling the love.
But we did Grease right when theaters were coming back, so COVID was still very much a thing. It ran through our cast. We someone was out every other week. Like it was like, who are we filling in for? And Kat was like me in the corner with a KN95 on in just her fucking pajamas and her disheveled hair. And I was like,
I was not in pajamas. I did not wear pajamas out. What the fuck? I was not wearing pajamas. How dare you?
Comfy clothes, Kat. Comfy clothes. But she was sitting in the corner, and like when Kat is done, she has a really bad RBF. Like there's a resting bitch face on this woman. And keep in mind, this is my first professional show. I've only been doing theater professionally for 2 years. So like when I walked into that room, green as all fucking hell, I sat my happy ass down and I look over and I'm like looking at everyone, and Kat is just fucking not having anyone's shit. And I was like, oh, this girl, I was like, she hates me. I don't know what I did. I just sat down. I was like, she fucking hates me. There it is.
I'm sleep deprived as I'm doing double duty at Kinky Boots, and everyone's thinking that Cat is a fucking monster. I'm just tired, guys. I'm just tired. Like, that's it.
Get to know a gal.
Get to know him. Yeah, get to know the weirdo in the corner with the mask on, people. Show them love. Show Cat love. Show me love. We need love.
The more you know.
The more you know.
Extend a hand to the kids who feel left
Where's
out.
Sarah
First day of
McLachlan
school.
and her singing In the Arms of
Okay, I want to shift this. Okay, so audition horror stories. Everyone's got them. Do y'all have some spicy audition stories? It could be funny. It could be horrific.
I'm sure I have a worse one. Let me start it off.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure I
yeah,
have
yeah.
a worse one.
I've been
And
very fortunate.
Yeah.
The boy mentality in auditions is great. It's like, yeah,
Bingo.
come on, boys.
God bless
Bingo.
them.
They need men.
This is just the first one that comes to my mind because still as I think about it, I'm just, I just tell myself, you're such an idiot. It was when I went to audition for a children theater production of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And I went in for Sally and I did my new philosophy and I did the whole section of the like, Miss D, look, see that whole thing. And I knew the song and I was hella confident. But for some reason, as I was acting out the teacher and Sally, I switched them. So, and it was one of those things where you're going and you can't stop, but you're conscious of the errors of your ways and what you're doing. And so it's halfway kind of going like, look, see, like you're still mouthing and you're still saying the words, but you know it's not going well. And you know that you probably didn't book it, but you still kind of have to finish it. It's your civic duty to finish out the audition strong and wrong. So that's what I did. And I ended it kind of like with an apologetic face, like, I don't know what happened. I don't know why I switched those two, but thank you. I hope I get it. I did not get it. So it's not really a horror story, but that was you're stupid story.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Close enough, right?
Yeah, right. That counts. Just like earlier on. Lopez? Oh, yeah, close enough.
Follow that North Star.
Follow that North Star. Follow it all the way to Santa Claus.
Oh,
That's what the show is about.
Santa Claus.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
What was yours, Fishy?
oh God. Should we explain the whole fishy fairy thing?
Ooh.
Because God, there's so lots.
Sure, we'll leave that for later.
That's a whole nother
Part two.
Yes.
Part two.
Part two.
Yeah. I've been very fortunate that I haven't had like a huge like fuck up. I've had audition experiences that I've hated. Probably my most recent one, I probably hated the most. I cannot name the theater, so I will. But I feel like we'll all know what it is. Yeah, it just, God bless you were not there, Amanda.
I know, I'm sorry. My dad was having surgery in the hospital.
He was
God bless Dad.
committed to kicking the bucket.
Yeah, he was committed to like leaving this earth and piecing out, but he was like, let me stick around a little longer.
Oh my God.
Yes.
True story.
We laugh at the dark times. We laugh at the dark times.
Oh, we have a dark sense of humor.
We laugh about it now. But yeah, I have never spent over like 7-8 hours on an audition. Of course, New York cattle calls. Yeah, you expect that. But like, come on, y'all. Like, we were there since like, I think I got there at like 11. I didn't leave till close to like 8.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I think I figured it out only because I heard horror stories from it.
And there were it was so disorganized. No one knew what was happening. Equity, we love y'all. They were cutting the line every second. And
priority.
yep. and everyone is just like waiting for this elusive dance call that's supposed to happen at an undetermined or at an undisclosed time, and we're like, it's at 2. No, it's at 3. No, it's 4. I think 6 rolls around, and they're finally like, dance call. We're like, Jesus Christ, finally. So we do the dance call, yada yada, cool time. There's a lot of people there. It's tight. That stage is it's decent, not very big. We were like this, and of course the combo was all these turns and kicks, and we're like, oh boy. It was, people were like, sorry, excuse me, oopsies, sorry. And they decide to have a callback for the dancers immediately after the initial dance call. They make cuts. We're like, oh, intriguing.
Oh.
And wonderful. Good for y'all. And there was another show that was happening at the time. I cannot disclose, but there were many people of the male association that were in that show that this theater desperately wanted at their dance call, but they could not, as they were just getting out of a matinee. So they showed up to the second round, and we go again with a whole new bunch of people. We do lifts at the callback that happened the same day of the audition. We do partnering. We do a soft shoe. I'm like, what is happening? Like, I vividly remember meeting this girl, and there were too many girls, and there were not enough guys. So the guys had to double up with the girls, and my poor arms were so tired. Amanda can vouch. I have negative upper body strength.
He's better now because he's had to drag me in a full split.
Don't humble me.
Yeah.
Don't humble me.
You gotta give credit, and you gotta give improvement where it counts. And
I've gained 0.1% muscle mass. Sure.
One more than he had yesterday. It's,
Yeah.
That's what counts.
And I remember meeting this. Luckily, I was paired with one, Alex Van Hassel. Love my 20. Love you so much. I could lift her. She's fine. That's fine. I meet this other girl. I don't even know her name. I think she's 17. I'm 25. I should not be lifting a child. like I don't know you. Hi, I'm sorry. I'm going to put my hand on your derriere in order to make you, to lift you above my head. And even then, it's gonna be iffy.
The hand placement will be iffy.
I'm like, what do you need? And I'm a good dance partner. I'm like, do you need support? And God bless whoever this little girl was. She was not the strongest dancer, and she didn't know what she needed. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to do this to you. I'm sorry, I'm going to touch your butt. I need to touch your butt in order to lift you up. And it's just, I'm having PTSD.
To kind of wrap things up, because we're coming on our hour. So by the time this episode comes out, what shows are y'all going to be doing that you're allowed to talk about? So
Promote
we can
ourselves. Let's hear it.
Yes.
Me first?
I don't know.
What does it come out like late January? Late June.
Late January, early February. Yeah.
Late June, Mandy.
Late June.
I think
assume late
wrapping
January.
Chorus Line.
Okay, we're probably we're wrapping up Chorus Line, which Mater D, Alex, and I are the 3 of us are in. So that one, and then after that, for me, that I have confirmed so far is Hello Dolly, also at LPAC. Yeah. So that's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to both of those. It's gonna be very
super fun time. No, and then I'm very blessed enough that it's like we got. I was lucky enough to get the whole LPAC season. I have to coin the term because last season, LPAC's premiere season, they only have 3 shows in the season, and there was only one person that did all 3 shows. Granted, the last show was a 2-person show, so hey, way to go, Allie Rosenblum! I love you so much. That is my stage wife. My one of many, and so we've coined the term of booking the whole season as Rosenbluming the season. So No one else uses it but the two of us.
Yeah.
Maybe it becomes a
catch on,
trend.
yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I rose and bloomed the season for LPAC. So we got ensemble for Hello Dolly and for Memphis, and then I'm lucky enough to be Al in chorus line. And
You're gonna be on the line.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hoofing it.
And then you're gonna be in The Little Mermaid with me, which I'm excited about. And that's gonna be where it's not in this time, but I'm super fucking excited for it and to do a show with you again.
I'm super excited. Slow burn starting the first show. First shows at a new theater are always so fun. And it's like it could either be the beginning of a brand new thing or the beginning of a fall into despair. It could be it's there's so many options. The possibilities are just endless.
Well, great. I want you guys to shout out your socials too, so people can go ahead and go give you a follow.
You do.
Oh God,
I have to spell it out.
Oh God. Okay. I think I'm the worst. I think my Instagram's Alex J Blanco. That's the only one that I actively post on. But yeah, you can go ahead and check that. ablancoacting.com. Hey, hook me up. Get me a job, please.
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 My Instagram is Mandy, and then end it with an ER double. Hold on.
Say it with a straight face. Come on.
All right.
We're professionals.
Acting. All right. Hi. My Instagram is.
Where's your slate?
Okay, sorry. Hi, my name is Amanda Lopez. I live in Miami, Florida.
Cool.
My Instagram handle is @MandyErs. So let me spell that out for the children at home. It's Mandy, then ERZZ. I don't know why, but Instagram approved it, so I went with it. And then the website is AmandaLopezOfficial.com because somebody took Amanda Lopez because who'd have thunk? Common name.
You're not going to shout out your YouTube gaming channel? Come on, Mandy.
Oh God, no, that died. No one looked that.
Everyone looked that up.
That died. Put that one in the grave. Oh, I don't know. Please, nobody pay. I should delete that at some point.
We didn't talk about voiceover.
Oh, the voice.
We got to do a part 2.
We'll have to do a part 2. Yeah.
Yes. Have we been the most unhinged?
I'm sorry.
Guest?
It's the double feature. I'm sorry.
I have a full page of notes. So.
I will say for most unhinged, it's between you guys, Sarah Shock, and probably Sean William Davis.
Okay. Well,
Really?
with how much you guys have berated Sean in just the 3 episodes you have out alone, I'm not surprised.
Oh, don't
yes.
worry. He gets
There's
a
more.
full mention in every single episode. And then when he comes on, he's episode 10.
As he should.
Yeah.
And I say his name wrong on purpose the entire time.
Come on, Shan Davis.
All right. Well, it has been an absolute pleasure having you two on. Thank you so much for doing this on like short notice. Like Mandy was like, I love your podcast. I was like, great, come on. So
I was like, yeah, let's do it.
And meanwhile, here I am, the little baggage that she brings along with her.
Oh, you are the farthest thing from baggage, sir.
We live.
This was our first duo guest podcast. So you
Oh my
guys
God, double date. First double date.
Let's go. No, but thank you for having us. It was a blast.
It was so much fun. It was.
You guys are such a fucking joy to be on stage with and be absolute just buddies with. I appreciate the both of you. You guys are fucking rock stars, and She Loves Me was phenomenal. So congratulations to the both of you. And yeah, so this is Michael Matterdomini signing off.
This is Kat Gold signing off, and say your names.
Oh shit! I didn't rehearse for this. Where was the rehearsal?
That's why we just all start pointing. Like, and
hey, yeah. Hi, this is Alex Blanco signing off.
And this is Amanda Lopez signing off.
Thank you for enjoying Nonic Nonsense. We have new episodes coming out every Monday. Stay happy, stay healthy, no COVID.